Yo, Nazca here, and today I will share with you my way of doing the cricket whistle. You can also call this sound the inward clickroll whistle. Before moving on to the tutorial, the cricket whistle I do isn't a vortex whistle. Therefore, learning the sound can only extend your sound library. Step number 1, the inward click roll. The main component of the cricket whistle is the inward click roll. You have to bend your tongue in C shape, and the bottom of your tongue has to touch the roof of your mouth, or the palate. And then you inhale. That's the best way, in my opinion, to understand and perform the click roll, the inward click roll. You might not get it at the first try, but some of my students got it in 5 or 10 minutes. They didn't get instantly a loose inward click roll, but they got it tightened, which is already an amazing step to get the inward click roll. Let me explain again. Bend your tongue in C shape. The bottom of your tongue touches the palate or the roof of your mouth, the same thing. And by inhaling, you create a friction, a vibration with the tongue. The air has to be inwards and at the center. That was for the inward middle click roll. Therefore, the optimal way of doing the inward click roll, in my opinion, is to use the side of your tongue. You bend your tongue like a taco. And then it is the same process. You have to inhale with this tongue position. So yeah, bend your tongue like a taco and inhale air. This way you will have more control than the middle click roll. The difference is really subtle, but for me it makes a huge difference in the execution. Okay, that is not an inward click roll tutorial, so let's move on to the second step, which is to add the whistle over the click roll. I started to learn this sound in 2019 and it took me more than 2 years to master it completely. I remember that I found it accidentally by experimenting and a whistle came over the click roll when I was doing. I was experimenting a lot of mouth shapes with the inward click roll. And when I found this a little bit, which I couldn't replicate much, I kept practicing this way. Sometimes it came out and sometimes not, so you have to know this is a very long sound to get. I say this because you don't need to have the whistle independently to do the cricket whistle. When I got this sound the first months, I was not able to do the whistle. And the proper execution rate was maybe 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, while now it is most likely 10 out of 10. End of story time. Let me explain how to add the whistle over the click roll. To add the whistle over the inward click roll, you need to create a tiny gap with your lips while inhaling, still with the inward click roll position. I know this is a weird position, but your bottom lip has to be behind the top lip. And my tongue is still in inward click roll position. The one that's made on the side, of course. The way I use it is sometimes on a case snare, like, but it can be also alone in combos. you get it. And I think also the most effective way of training it is to perform it on the case snare. It's actually a rim shot. That's how I trained it for years. The first years it was like, you know, it was not consistent. You need to practice a lot for this sound. Okay, I also count other positions which make other textures for the inward click roll with a whistle. Those are techniques that I don't master at all, but I know there is a potential with those. Also, those positions do not create a cricket whistle, I guess. I recently found that I could make a whistling click roll this way. It is not mastered at all, but there's a beginning of something. I don't know really how to explain. Maybe if one day I master it, I will do a tutorial about it. There is another whistling click roll. It is more like an heel bass position, French beatboxer. It doesn't whistle as much as the for me, but I know heel bass has it really good and it can do it very loud. Bokeh Blanco has the same technique, I think. And the last position that I can't do at all is the Vortex Whistle, which you probably know. It's something like this.
With the Vortex.
I can't do it, but you can check Hazel's tutorial about it for sure. If you like this content, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel not to miss the later videos, so you can learn more about beatbox. And you can join me for free on my Telegram, on which I post daily beatbox tips, from beatbox patterns and sound tutorials to mindset and training session tips. You will find a lot of valuable tips that you can apply in your beatbox now. There is also a community chat, meaning that you can share your passion of beatbox with other beatboxers from all around the world. The third step for the cricket whistle is time and practice. As I mentioned earlier, I started to learn the sound in 2019. The first months and even the first year and a half, I'd say that I couldn't do it more than once in 10. Like this. And it took me about 2 years to get it roughly well, like 80% of time. And at this time, it was still not whistling when it came to microphone performances. Keep practicing it over the years. Now I think I do have it really nice on microphone performances. But it can still be hard for some beat, like nowadays I struggle performing this on microphone. When I do it a cappella, the whistle comes out well. But when it comes to microphone performance, it is really hard. As I said a bit earlier, in my opinion, a very good way to train it is to combine it with a case snare. Or rim shot. Why it is very good? Because you are working both on your cricket whistle, but also on your click roll inward case snare. You're working two sounds in one. If you want to go further on learning beatbox, you can download my free beatbox training kit in the description. It is a beatbox kit with 2 tutorial videos, how to get rhythm in beatbox. This one is in English, I updated it, and the cleanliness of sound. You will also find 5 different PDFs. One is a basic beatbox workout, and you will find other PDFs about training sessions, productivity hacks, or how to reach your beatbox goals, and some tips to become a pro and solid beatboxer. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if not done already, and see you for the next video.